welcome to another video. Today I am, I need to shift gear. Yeah, so welcome to another video. Just a short one today, I think. I am out testing out the new Fustle Lakelander gravel bike. I have the Fustle Causeway gravel bike, and this is their new model, the Fustle Lakelander. So the guys at Fustle have lent me the bike just to have a quick test ride on it and let you guys know what I think of it. I haven't really had loads of time to get out in the bike recently, so and I don't have loads of time today, so I've just come for a quick spin up round Tardree forest near where I live, but I haven't been up here since the recent winter storms that we had. So I've heard that there were a lot of trees down up here, so yeah, hopefully they've been cleared and I can get a good run around the forest. So let's go have some fun on the new Fustle Lakelander. Bit of hike a bike to get through this section. It's pretty muddy as well. There is a bit of a segment down here that I would like to try and get sometime, but I don't think I have the fitness to do it today. Might give it a crack anyway, but don't think I'll be close at all. I don't think it was even close, to be honest. I'll have to check when I get home on Strava, but yeah, don't think I was even remotely close. Thankfully, other than that first kind of hike-a-bike section, there's not too many trees still down. Somebody's kind of cut through most of them, but it's mad. Look up there. It's not even like, I mean, some of the trees have blown over, but there's trees up there that have literally snapped in two. And it shows you how strong the wind was in the storm a few weeks ago. There's another kind of storm yesterday. There's another one coming in tomorrow, so I'm taking the opportunity today while it's a bit calmer to get out on this new bike. Well, I know what you're probably thinking. What's the difference between the Fustle Causeway, kind of the original Fustle bike, and the new Fustle Lakelander? Other than the name, the Fustle Lakelander, by the way, is named after the Lakelander gravel grinder, one of Ireland's best gravel sportives. I've got a couple of videos of it on my channel. You can go see some of my videos from that sportive. But yeah, the Lakelander gravel grinder is one of the best gravel sportives in Ireland, and the Fustle Lakelander is named after that event. But what's different about this than the Fustle Causeway? Well, I guess there are a few kind of key differences and a few cool little features just to highlight. First of all, it's carbon fibre. The Causeway is aluminium and the Lakelander is carbon fibre frame and fork. So that makes it a little bit lighter, about just over a kilo lighter than my Fustle Causeway, which already was quite a light bike. Fully assembled, that is, it's about a kilo lighter. I haven't done the frame and fork weight and all that kind of stuff. You can probably see that on the Fustle website. It has a more aggressive geometry as well than the Causeway. The Causeway is a much more relaxed geometry. This is a more racy, aggressive geometry. Other cool little features that it has, can't really see it because it's mostly inside the frame, but just here, this is a little kind of linkage, like a little suspension linkage that sits within the frame, and that will help absorb some of the, I guess, the rough terrain that you're going over when riding gravel. So that kind of just sits inside there, and it is fully serviceable. The guys at Fustle have kind of assured me that it's fully serviceable. Underneath here, under my bottle, in the down tube, there is down tube storage. So I'll get a video of that in a second. In there at the minute I have a couple of CO2 canisters and tubeless plugs, that sort of thing. So just under the bottle cage there is down tube storage. Comes with this little waterproof pouch as well for inside the down tube for storing your bits and pieces. You're not going to get heaps of stuff in there, but handy to be able to store a couple of CO2 canisters, that kind of thing. Final thing I just want to show you is this. How cool is this little fin that covers the front brake caliper? That is so cool. I mean, all about the aero gains. That's going to gain me probably a whole half a watt, you know. Seriously though, it's I don't know how much more aerodynamic it's going to make you. I don't know how much it's going to benefit you, but it definitely looks pretty cool. So those are some of the key, I guess, the key differences between the Causeway and the Lakelander, and some of the key features of the Fustle Lakelander. Like I say, this is the first time I have been up at Tardy Forest in months. and it feels like a completely different forest, I guess, between, you know, like up here anyway, trees all blown over in the storm on this side and all kind of felled on this side, and coming up the other side, this is the Carnarvon side, huge parts of the forest have just been I guess clear felled, so it is, yeah, feels like an entirely different forest in places. Mad. Anyway, less about forests and more about the Fustle Lakelander. So who is this bike for? So like I said, I have the Fustle Causeway, and the Fustle Causeway for me is kind of an all-round bike, relaxed geometry. I do use it as a winter road bike, I use it on gravel, I use it for bike packing, that kind of thing. So who is the Fustle Lakelander aimed at? I think the Fustle Lakelander is aimed more at people who want to do gravel races, gravel sportives, gravel events, that type of thing. So if you're wanting to do the Lakelander gravel grinder, or Galway gravel grinder, or I'm trying to think, the Gralloch Raiders gravel, those kind of events, I think this is who this bike is aimed at. Or if you're wanting to race gravel races, that's who this bike is aimed at. But I actually think it is a great all-round bike. Now, I'm not likely to take it bike packing, but if you were looking for one bike kind of to do everything you wanted, this wouldn't be a bad shout. Now, it's not going to handle mountain bike trails, but I did have a section on the road there, and the bike was beautiful on the road. It's lovely on the gravel, and it did handle some single track reasonably well. I am running like gravel slick tires on it at the minute, so some rooty stuff, some real chunky kind of muddy stuff wasn't amazing on, but that could also be me and my lack of technical skills and lack of bike handling rather than the bike. But yeah, I think if you're looking for just an all-road bike where you can use it on the road, you can use it on forest trails, and you can use it in gentle single track, the Fustle Lakelander would be a good option to consider. I have a previous video on my channel which you can go check out as well, about why a gravel bike is a great all-round bike, and that was using the Fustle Causeway, where I had gravel wheels, I had a set of road wheels. Actually, the Fustle Lakelander would be an even better all-round bike, and you might not even need to have a spare set of road wheels and gravel wheels. If you put gravel slicks on like I have on today, that will handle most terrain pretty well and was beautiful on the road as well. As I said, it's got more aggressive geometry, so it feels like a racier bike, feels like a faster bike. I don't think it is any faster, I think that's down to the rider more, but it just feels more like a racy road bike, but on gravel, and that little linkage really takes out some of the rough gravel, which is great. I don't think this replaces the Fustle Causeway. I think this sits alongside the Fustle Causeway, and if you're looking for a touring bike to do gravel and bike packing and that sort of thing, the Causeway is your bike. If you're looking for something for gravel sportives and races, the Lakelander is your bike. Okay, so that is my quick spin on the Fustle Lakelander done, and I have to give the bike back this week. So only got on it for kind of 7-8 miles there tops for about an hour. So really this is just a first look, first thoughts on the bike. I haven't had it for long enough to give a proper full detailed review. I might try and borrow it again if the guys let me for a couple of events later in the year. We'll see. But yeah, what do I think of the Fustle Lakelander? All round, really good bike. It's responsive, it feels nippy, it feels fast, it's light, it's stable, it just was so smooth over the gravel. All round, really, really lovely bike. Is there anything I would change about it? Maybe a couple of things. Nothing major. It would be nice if it had an integrated bar and stem, but look, it's not the end of the world that it doesn't. I just like that because that's what I have on my Canyon road bike. I know it's a nightmare to service, but it looks nice, feels nice. So yeah, an integrated bar and stem would be nice. One other thing I would maybe change, and you can configure this when buying the bike, is the gearing setup. So this model that I have has the 2x12 setup on it, which is the 4831 chainring and 1134 cassette, I think. And I'm pretty sure that's the same as what I have on my Fustle Causeway. The reason I got that on the Fustle Causeway is so that I could swap out my road wheels really easily. But actually I do regret a little bit not getting the 1x setup on my Causeway. So it would be nice maybe to try the Lakelander with the 1x setup. I think it's 40 tooth chainring up front and then a 10 to 51 mountain bike cassette on the back. I don't know how that would work with swapping out road wheels and stuff, but yeah, it would be nice to try that with the different gearing on it and see how it climbs really. Because I'm I'm out of shape and I could do with a few more gears. But that's about it. Those are the only things I would maybe change. Overall, it's a really fun bike to ride. Really enjoyed it. You can get the full details and the full spec on the Fustle website. I'll put a link in the description below. Full details, full spec, full pricing, configuration options. It comes in white, blue, and there's different gear setups you can get. But yeah, go to the Fustle website, check it out. And the guys at Fustle very kindly have given me a discount code, which will get you 5% off anything in the Fustle web shop, including their bikes and including the Fustle Lakelander. So you can get 5% off if you use the link and the discount code in the description below. You can't use it for cycle to work though. You can't get the discount in cycle to work. There are also loads of other kind of discount codes, referral codes, different things in the description below, so make sure you go check that out. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit like, leave me a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and you never know, I'll maybe see you at a gravel event this year. Bye bye.